One lesson we drive from passion is that when you're passionate, do not go and use different tools from those that you're familiar with. Remember, the more you sharpen yourself, use the tools that you are familiar with. Yeah, so he said, it is too heavy for me, I cannot even fight with this hammer. So he took it off and went with a sling and a stone. He worked with familiar tools that he was passionate about and those that gave him leverage. So what are the tools that you use in your passion journey? Lesson number one, the tools you use, define them, identify them, and work with them to get better at them. Number two, courage. Always walk in courage, always be inspired, always be self-driven in the things that you do. Courage drives inspiration, and inspiration drives that self-belief and confidence and charisma to do things. Number three is always know yourself. Self-discovery, I talked about this in chapter 1. Always know who you are, because the moment you know who you are, it becomes simple for you to walk in that thing and do the things that others see as difficult to execute and do. So David anyhow gets on the front line. Goliath, the war and the odds were against David. First of all, he had never fought a war. He was inexperienced. He did not have any chance of winning a hero and a champion called Goliath, who had fought almost all his adult life and never lost a battle. All odds were against him. Actually, many people, I guess, would see David as a moron, as a fool. The odds were so clearly obvious that David was going to lose. But guess what? This passionate man, young boy, who averagely was about between 16 and 18 years, knew his craft, knew his element, he knew himself, he knew the opportunities. Guess what? He picks a small stone, swings it, hurls it at the skull of Goliath, and bam! Goliath falls like a big thud, and David runs towards him, gets Goliath's own sword, and victory was seized that day. The moment David kills Goliath, he enters the book of the most outstanding people in his generation and his time. He came from zero to hero, from just being